Hello everyone and welcome back to Amity Bloom. My name is Nazi and today's video is one that I have been wanting to share with you all since the 12th of March of this year. And the reason that is these are my birthday pages for my journal. And not only were they my birthday pages, but I saved really special ephemera to use in this book that were gifted to me on my birthday that I received in little treats. I pretty much just saved the papers and little pieces that made me really happy, and I was waiting to use them on these pages. So there's no time like the present. It feels like October is always my months to catch up on everything that I didn't do the months previously. The funniest thing is that I actually started them in my birthday and I didn't finish them because just life got too busy. And it wasn't until a couple days ago that I decided to decorate them a little bit more. And then today I decided to finish the pages up. So it only took 3 tries, but we're finally finished and we finally got there. So if you're interested in seeing how I incorporate my personal ephemera, my special papers and trinkets, and pieces that I saved from my birthday, then I invite you to journal along with me on your table, on your desk, wherever you are in the world. Open up your journal, turn to a page that you are wanting to get finished, that you're wanting to incorporate meaningful ephemera from your own life, and let's see what we end up creating in our journal pages. I have pretty much finished my spread. I wanted to pause and kind of talk about what I did, as I know I couldn't make up my mind throughout the process, but this was a page that I already had worked on. It was my birthday around March or so, and I never really finished it, so you could say it was kind of like a forgotten page, but I knew I needed to come back to it and include the ephemera from that day. It wasn't necessarily a forgotten page because I knew I was going to go back to it and finish it up later on. And I'm really glad that I did because now I have more papers that I think fit well with the page. This page was primarily very brown and craft-like this paper here is my printable from my shop. It's called Petals of My Life, and it's a poem that I wrote. So it's very craft-like, and I actually folded it to create a pocket. But I wanted to separate the background color from the pocket color, so I decided to add this really beautiful paper that was from a vintage book, the end papers from the book. And then this paper was actually from a page from a Flow magazine that my brother actually gifted me. So I decided to use it as a page. I'm going to add something here as it's still not finished. And I just attached it with some washi that I purchased myself that I really loved. I wanted to incorporate some darker colors, like more black colors, to contrast this gorgeous image here. And with the sewing, I did black sewing, and then I go in with a pen like to mark where the pocket ends and where this little sticker is, just to kind of make it pop out a little more. And so then on this page, this one's kind of abandoned and I don't know exactly what to do with it to finish it up, but this page originally was a pocket that I dismantled, as you can see here, and I decided to include snippets that make me happy, that I really enjoyed to just look at. So I think this is going to turn into a little swatch page of my favorite papers or so. So I think that's something to do with it because I really like how little pieces are kind of put into a grid style. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this page. But I just wanted to explain my process since this page is kind of all over the place and there was some pre-existing decorating already. And for the magazine paper, I folded it up to create a double pocket. So I have a big pocket here and then a smaller pocket here. And then on this part of the pocket, I loved this acetate embellishment from Maggie Holmes. It's copper foiled. I usually don't like copper foiled things, but I thought the colors looked so pretty with this color and then the pinks, kind of like the mauve tones. And that is one of my favorite colors is mauve, like a mauve pink. And so since this page had to do with my birthday, I wanted to just put everything that made me happy, and I decided to use this. I've been hoarding this piece for so long now. And then this was from the Flow magazine as well, but you'll notice that these were actually stickers in the beginning, and I flipped it over because I loved the floral background. And then on this page, here in the pocket I should say, this is some ephemera from the Maggie Holmes newest collection. I think it's called Heritage, and I love all of these images, so I want to include a photograph of myself here. And then this was from some stationery that I purchased, and I trimmed off the to-do, and I'm just going to use it to journal. So you can definitely use your little notepads and note sheets as journal papers and include them in pockets or tip them in with washi if you want to. So I think on the back here, I'm going to continue with my idea of a swatch page of like papers that make me happy. And this one is definitely one. This is a little Project Life card with some butterflies and daisies on them, and I really think it looks beautiful here. It kind of blends in with the colors, yet still doesn't take too much attention off from this gorgeous image. It's really old, as you can see it's ripping a little bit, but I love the texture. It's just so nice. So this one I really, really love. And then this was one of my French cards from a printable. I believe it was petal pockets or petal ephemera, but I really loved it, and it's just stapled. So I could even add the little Project Life card up there, but I kind of like it on its own. It's kind of doing its own little thing. So here on the bottom, I included this little paper that I stamped on. It reminded me of like a fortune cookie, but it didn't stamp on that well, so I don't really mind if I cover it up a little bit. But I think I want to add that there. And I have this sticker, kind of like a little label sticker. I really love the image. It's some books in a little flower pot. Go over the edges with marker or a black pen, and as straight as you can possibly go, just trace over the line. Just like that, to give it kind of a border and make it stand out a little, because this is very similar to the color on the back. You'll notice it's the paper is very mauve-like, so it tends to blend in with the background. So that's why I like to add the little border to just kind of make it pop. I have this really pretty paper. This is actually from my Bloom Printables. my floral feed sacks, the fabrics that I own, I copied them and I transferred them into digitals. So you can purchase them and use them kind of like paper, and they come in little squares like this. And they are just so pretty. They add so much color and character to your pages. It gives it instantly a vintage effect and a vintage vibe. But I don't know. I kind of want to have it here up at the top. Call me crazy, but I think I want to add it up here, even though it will kind of cover up part of my poem. That's okay. I love this. It's so pretty. I normally try not to add too many things on my pages, like to make it too overbearing. But this, for some reason, just gives it a pop of color. I think what I love is that it brings in some brightness to the page. Since this is more craft paper, it's darker. This has a white background, but it's not too bright. This brings that brightness. And then the blue matches with this blue floral here that just kind of pops out. And then the green matches the green from the leaves that I painted for my poem. So I really love this. This is so pretty. And then I can just put my little stationery sheets in here and my little journal card. See how pretty that looks. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. And I want to include some pictures that I found that I actually printed off back in high school. These were taken my senior year of high school. That's me, and then that was me. I don't know if you can see, but my brother took a picture of me holding a little dragonfly. There you go, you can see it. The picture quality is not that good. It was nighttime. But you can see the little dragonfly, and it was just in my hand flying around. Even though this is from 4 years ago, I want to include it in my journal. But I don't want them to pull away from the pretty florals, as that's pretty much the focal point. I kind of like to hide my pictures, so I think what I want to do, I have this little card. I don't remember where I purchased it from, probably from like a scrapbooking store. But I like to hide my photographs in little booklets or, for example, behind a tag, so I can just put my picture on the back. I want it to kind of be hidden, and only I would know where the photos are, and of course you guys. You guys are part of the club. So I think I'm just going to grab my pictures and glue them into my booklet. Super simple. I don't really need to over decorate my booklet, as I just need to include my photographs in here. I really love how this looks, and you could decorate your booklet if you wanted to, or add some washi tape. I kind of like the simplicity of it. I might just stamp with a date stamp the date or the year approximately of when the photo was taken. And then on the front, I think I'm just going to glue on one of my vintage labels. And this is from my French botanical ephemera kit that's in my shop. It's just so pretty. It frames it really nicely, and it fits perfectly in this little booklet. And I can just title it or add a sticker or something, and then it opens up really nicely. So that's going to go in this little pocket, so no one will know except you and me that there's pictures in my little booklet. I love that. That's so cute. I do have some really pretty washi tape that I really want to use and incorporate onto the page right along here. I think that's really pretty. And I'm actually going to frame it so that it looks really pretty. There we go. And then I'm just going to connect the top and the bottom. Just kind of decorate your little frame. I love creating little frames around pretty things that I enjoy. This is looking so adorable. I love how everything is florals. This is a little gift bag that my mom actually had leftovers of. She made me little cookies and put them in these cute little gift bags. And I'm going to use some of the paper from the gift bag, and I'm just going to put it on here because I love it. It makes me happy, and it's really special for me. So let me just cut off this part here. So I trimmed the paper because I want to include it on this little ephemera card. And I want to do it like this because if I add it on top of my pocket, it's just going to cover up this really pretty floral paper. that I genuinely love as well. And I think this way it'll make it look even more special, and I can dedicate its own little spot to it. This is a little snippet of my journal notes. This is also from my ephemera kit. And I just cut a little portion of it, and we'll be using it as like a little label. And then that just tucks right in there. So I think I'm going to do some journaling on these pages, and then I will show you what it looks like once it has been filled out with my words and my journaling. I am happy to say that my journal page, or pages, is finally finished. It's been a long time since I started these pages, and then I continued to decorate them, and then I finally finished them. Never worry about catching up on your journaling. It will happen when it happens. Life gets in the way sometimes, and you end up journaling about your birthday that happened in March, and you finally finish the spread in October. So just know that be patient with your journaling and with yourself. It'll get finished when your page wants to be finished. I hope that it was helpful to you so that you know how to incorporate your own ephemera and your own papers to personalize a journal page just for you, using elements and pieces that give you not only happiness but mean something to you. Not hoarding those precious papers or those precious embellishments, and using them on our journal pages, and also not be scared of going in with your pen to paper and journaling in your pages. With these spreads, I decided to journal in more of an alternative way, journaling on a project life card instead of on my actual page. Journaling slanted to add something different, something more interesting to a page that already has writing on it. And then here, journaling on a little note paper that is normally made to write to-do lists. I decide to journal on those as well. There are so many ways to journal in your book, to decorate your book, and I really hope that you guys learn some new tips and incorporate some of these things in your personal journal as well. And remember to always make it meaningful and to make it special for yourself. As long as you keep true to yourself in your journal, all of your pages will be your favorite. And your pages will always speak to you when you're flipping through your journal, either next week or years in the future from now. Thank you so much again for spending some time with me in my journal. I really hope that you guys became inspired by this video. And of course, until next time, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day full of peace and love. Bye-bye, and talk to you guys very soon.